Hello again, everyone. Ageofdune here, and we are back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This one I chose because of Shiphtur here. I guess that's how you say that, Shiphtur. I mean, it's PH, not P. I think I normally hear people say Shiphtur, though, so I don't know. Based on the spelling, it should be Shiphtur, but we'll go with Shiphtur because that's how I always hear it. So I decided to go for it because of him. He is a member of Coast Gaming. And this last weekend, for those of you who don't know, well, actually, you know, spoilers, people, if you don't want to know how the LCS qualifiers went, for the people who get into qualifiers, please fast forward a bit. But Coast made it into the LCS, which is kind of awesome. So, last season, you know, they didn't do so hot. And they went into relegations, and this season, you know, they in relegations, and they had to play against the enemies, and they ended up winning, so they did end up making it back into LCS. So, from what I understand, that they're a lot better now than they were before, and I'm really wanting to see Shiphtur as he plays, you know, just to see what kind of things we've got in store for him now. And it looks like he is actually Kha'Zix mid, which is kind of awesome. I don't really see very many Kha'Zix mids anymore. I know he got a little bit nerfed for a little bit, and people just kind of stopped playing him. But we do see one in this game, and, you know, that's kind of awesome. So I'm going to go put everybody into position here. Looks like Singed is going to be top for the blue team, played by Flawless. Top lane for the red team, going to be Vlad, would be my guess. The mid lane, of course, we've got Syndra, played by Bloody Quan, versus Shiphtur, playing Kha'Zix. The 80 carry? Hold up. I don't know. I don't know what blue team is, but the 80 carry for the red team is Tristana, played by Spur. Yeah. V-Sepper. Alright, whatever, anyway. Annie is going to be supporting for the red team, played by Best in a backpack. Apparently she's going to carry. Finally, we've got Lee Sin played by Hi, it's Viper. Alright, jungle for the blue team. That would be Mundo. Okay, so we can put him in position. He's going to be their jungler, and it looks like Rengar is going to be the AD carry, sort of. He's played by Ninfang, and Mundo is played by the Pinoy Penguin. I don't know why we have a Rengar ADC, but whatever. I guess that'll be interesting. Annie actually missed her stun there. That was a little bit unfortunate for her. She was trying to go ahead and land that stun, did not end up working. But, you know, that's the way it works. So I was trying actually to get a game, you know, with the ranked 5s team, because I'd really like to do more 5s games. Professional players, specifically. I mean, challenger players are good too, so I guess I could look for them. The only thing is they're often not in the list on Pro Replay, so I'd have to catch them while they're doing it. It's a whole lot harder if they're not streaming, and usually you don't see them streaming because then they could be stream watched. So it's really hard to do that. Alright, here we go. He's going in now, lands the slow, I think. The ignite comes out, she is dying. He flashes to get that last kill. Tristana actually got a kill on him, though, because of the tower. It was really low, so she went ahead and killed him. Now she's going in on the Thresh. He flays her to slow her down. She's not going to be able to take him down. She does not have the damage for that quite yet. But she did get a kill, so that was a support for a carry, which means she's going to get CS off of that. But, on the other hand, Rengar went back, and he gets to go by. Hold up. Yeah, he gets to go by, so that is definitely good for him. So he's going to come back to lane and be a bit more dangerous unless she goes back. If she goes back, the bonus that he got from that is going to be mostly negated. Alright, here we go. There's the gank. The Kha'Zix jumped over the Syndra, and Lee Sin came in, slowed her down, and there's really nothing she could do about it. Nothing at all. Alright, so it doesn't look like she's going back quite yet, interestingly enough. Question is, will she soon? Vlad Singed up there, just having a fairly passive thing. And no, it looks like she is indeed not going back. So he's coming back to lane with another Doran's Blade. Whereas she doesn't have that right now. She's currently got a single Doran's Blade, and she's at half health. So maybe she is pushing this to the tower, and then she's going to head back. or she's just sticking around for her BF sword, apparently. Thinks she can go ahead and zone this. Not sure it's really the best decision, because Rengar does have a lot of damage. And there's the death sentence from Thresh, and there we go. She's going down. Down she goes to Thresh, actually. So yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about there. She was already at half health, and these guys have a lot of damage, especially Rengar. Rengar does a lot of damage. Yes, he's ranged, so she can kite him, but with somebody like Thresh on your team, if Thresh lands that death sentence, you're gonna die to Rengar, especially when you're as low as she was. So up top, we've got another gank going in here. I know that they were trying to do it a while back, but didn't work. It looks like they were finally going in here. Vlad pushed it to the tower. They're going in on the Sins. The Q comes out from Lee Sin. There we go. We've got Vlad tanking the tower. He gets the kill there. And the tower's actually just attacking minions because Vlad was in his pool. Oh, don't do that. I've done that. Don't take those tower shots. I made that mistake once, and I died for it. It was pretty sad, actually. Here we go. There's that. And I know we hear the swing of somebody getting really low down here. So I'm going to see what happened there. Oh, it was Vlad. Okay, there we go. Nope, I was right. Kha'Zix went in, chunked Cinder down to half health, and actually ignited Flash, and down she goes, and he's going to get out of this. That was not a bad play at all. He did a lot of damage there, and she's definitely going to be behind. She's currently 0-2-0, and he's 1-0-1 with 21 CS to 16 for her. So that's really not looking good for her at all. Down bottom, we do see that Tristana and Annie are both back in lane, as are Rengar and Thresh. Rengar and Thresh are 4, whereas the Annie and Tristana are 3 and 2. In the exact opposite order that I said their names. But, so they're definitely behind here, and they need to catch up. There is a huge minion wave, however, so that is definitely a good thing for them. Lee Sin was here to go ahead and counter gank should they have decided to go ahead and gank up and tower dive this, but it did not end up happening. And now Tristana is level 4, Annie's level 3, and they're doing a lot better off now. By the time they get the other bot lane gets down here, they're definitely going to be all 4, I believe. Annie's pretty close, yeah? Actually, no, she's still quite a ways away. She might not be 4 yet. We'll have to see what ends up happening. But, yeah, as I was saying, I'd really love to cast some of the professional teams' games, like, you know, Coast or TSM. Oh, hold up. Another game. We'll come back to that thought again in a bit. It's just a lot of action, and I'm not able to finish my thoughts. Alright, so Lee Sin is coming in for a gank. He's coming in through the bush here, and he's coming in to go ahead and do that. In goes the Rengar, almost insta-burst her, but in went the Lee Sin, shielded her, and the Rengar ended up dying for that. Tristana jumps in, slows down the Thresh. Lee Sin comes in as well. I don't think Thresh is going to go down. Lands the Flay on Tristana, the death sentence, and then flays her back under tower range, so she takes a tower shot. So she actually took a decent amount of damage from that as well. It was a good gank, though. The Lee Sin figured that something like that would happen, so he was ready and waiting, so he just instantly burst. Singed is actually really low here. We just saw him die, and I don't... Oh, okay, so he's trying to juke go this way. He knows that he's not going to live the other way, but he does have Ghost going up. The flash comes out from Vlad, however. Oh, sorry, the Ghost comes out as well from Vlad, and that's enough to go ahead and finish the Singed off, which is not good at all for them. There's an attempt there again. What the heck, Mouse? What are you doing? There's a good attempt there again at the death sentence from Thresh. It landed, but I don't think it, well, obviously it didn't kill it. But we've got Kha'Zix coming down for another kill as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a new mouse soon. If I don't get one for Christmas, I'll be buying one shortly thereafter. And you won't have to worry about seeing the random pews that keep going on. Also, my gameplay should improve a lot because I've noticed multiple times now where I've clicked things or something like that, and it just doesn't end up working out. We've got the Rengar sitting here going in on the Tristana. He ends up taking her down. In comes Kha'Zix to try to turn this back around. Annie's going down to the Mundo. The stun comes out from Annie on Rengar. It's enough to go ahead and finish the Rengar off. Now the Kha'Zix is going in on the Mundo. Mundo is 6, and there's his ulti, followed by that Lantern from Thresh, which is going to pull him to safety, so Kha'Zix will not be getting another kill. But yeah, I'm going to be getting another mouse soon because this is kind of ridiculous. But anyway, back to the subject that we were speaking of a while ago. I'd really love to get some team games. The only thing is, they don't tend to actually play ranked 5s. Like, if you notice in their challenge, in their game history and such, almost every game they play is just a ranked solo queue, ranked solo queue, ranked solo queue. So I really can't cast any ranked 5 games because they don't do them. The only time they do 5s as a team, oh, is this going to happen? No, it's not going to happen, is when they go ahead and do their scrims. And unfortunately, I can't cast those. I would love to cast those, but that's not going to happen. For one thing, I mean, it's a custom game, so it doesn't show up in pro replays or anything. But the teams already don't display their games via streaming or anything else because they want to keep their nice attempt there. They want to keep their strategies and such a secret. So the idea of them actually allowing me to cast their game is not gonna happen. I mean, there's really no way. In goes another gank there. Nice kick there on Syndra. And there we go. She is slowed again by that Lee Sin. He actually played that really well. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of concentrate on that a bit. He's coming in from below. Was he picked up by Mundo? I thought he was, but apparently not because she didn't move at all. He's coming in, lands that Q right there, follows through, and immediately war jumps, kicks her backwards into range of Kha'Zix. And then she's already going down. There's the slow there from Lee Sin, slow from Kha'Zix as well, and he finishes her off with his Q. I think that slows, doesn't it? Just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it does. I thought so. And Sin's just forced to go back yet again. So I'll continue looking for ranked 5s games. I actually did notice that RF Legendary is doing quite a bit of ranked 5s with his team, but unfortunately, he's not noted as a pro for pro replays, so unfortunately, his games aren't actually recorded. So I have to get a game that he's against a pro, which of course is hard because, again, the pros don't do ranked 5s. There's another gank here going in on Singed, and they are just bursting him down fast. He's trying to do anything he can to keep them here, but it's not going to end up happening. Vlad pulls immediately after his death, and the tower switches back to the minions. And we've got more going in here. She's about to die as well. Tristana's alone versus Rengar and Thresh. Death sentence comes out, does not connect to her, but it looks like they still want to go for this. There we go. They are indeed going in. There's the ulti there from Thresh. She punts him back. Is he going to die to this? No, he does not. He gets out of that tower range just in time, so he does not end up going down. And that means they're going to be able to feed a whole bunch of minions to this tower. And he's going to get most of them, though. I think maybe 2 minions will die before she gets here. No, not even that, just 1. So yeah, she's going to get most of these minions. But either way, they still got to take down the Tristana, and that's putting her even further behind. So it's not good at all for her. But for the red team, it is good that Shiphtur here is getting really fed. He's going in again on the Syndra. She puts a ball out, puts the slow where he was. Unfortunately for her, he's not there anymore. He jumped in. There's his ulti. He flashes in, cues her. She just melts. And he is just so fed now. There's really no way she's going to be able to do much at all with him. It's going to be very difficult for her to come back, if at all possible. But, I mean, on the plus side, she's got her bot lane to rely on. As long as she doesn't get, too stressed out about this, she can allow her bot lane to carry, because they've actually been doing really well. The problem, of course, is that top has also been going really poorly for her team. So, honestly, the likelihood of them just surrendering is pretty high. A lot of times you're going to see stuff like that happen. 2 lanes feed. Ooh, Rengar's going in. He's stealthed here. There we go. Cinder Ball comes out, stuns, and Kha'Zix just melts instantly to that Rengar, which does give Rengar the kill, not Syndra. Syndra still got a lot of gold there for the shutdown support or assist, but she probably would have preferred to have the kill for that. It's great that Rengar got a kill, but it would have been better, I think, had she gotten that kill. He's already got quite a few kills. You don't want to put all your kills onto one team member. Vladimir is pushing down top. He managed to go ahead and take down that tower. We've got Singed just going off and proxy farming up here, which is fairly common for Singed. But Vlad is perfectly okay with that, and he's more than willing to go ahead and proxy farm himself. Now we've got Lee Sin coming in on Syndra again. She's actually already. She obviously built Seeker's Arm Guard. I cannot say I blame her. She wants to try to shut down that Kha'Zix damage, but unfortunately it was not enough. But it does completely shut down pretty much any mana usage on her part. She uses just a little bit of mana. She has no mana regen, and that really hurts her a lot. So, Lee Sin was coming down for a gank. It was not picked up by a ward or anything, but I guess the red team kind of gave it away a little bit by playing a bit aggressive there, so he was forced to fall back. So he's going to come up here, go in on a gank on Mundo, and not even get there in time. What was Mundo doing? Mundo was just coming in to defend this tower, I guess. Oh, he was just kind of playing with Kha'Zix a bit too much. There we go. Kha'Zix is going in and does a lot of damage there. There we go. Jumps in and just insta-bursts the Mundo. Mundo had his ulti running, but it was too late when he actually triggered it. He triggered it at like a quarter health, and Kha'Zix was able to just go ahead and insta-burst him there. So, unfortunately for them, that resulted in another tower kill. And down bottom, that attempted gank didn't end up working, and now Thresh landed the death sentence, followed by a flay on Tristana. She jumps out. The Rengar goes in on the Annie, insta-bursts her down, and he's actually keeping Tristana off of Thresh, so Tristana will not be able to respond with a kill. Unfortunately for her, we do have Lee Sin coming down again for a gank, but before he gets here, Rengar's probably going to end up killing Tristana. She flashes out, in goes the shield there from Lee Sin, followed by the barrier from Tristana. It's not enough. He's going to go ahead. Lee Sin landed the Q on Rengar, but unfortunately, Rengar followed that Lantern. Oh, nice play there by the Lee Sin. Kha'Zix is here as well. Now Thresh is in a bit of trouble. Yeah, he landed the Q on the Rengar, but unfortunately for him, the Lantern was there, so he pulled the Rengar into the tower range. He didn't want to follow through, but he did end up going for it anyway. And there we go. The Thresh went down. Syndra's down here to help, so they're going to have to play at least a little cautious. Not too cautious, though, because Shiphtur's fed. She's going to have to watch out. She does not want to go in on this. Mundo's here to help her, but honestly, I think that Shiphtur could probably burst her down before Mundo was able to help too much. It's not going to end up happening. Shiphtur's going back, and Annie's now here to go ahead and try to prevent them from going in on this tower. Tristana's actually mid now. She decided to go ahead and ditch her bot lane, and she's just going to go push mid. Syndra's on her way up, though, so that push isn't going to go very far. Vlad's still just kind of doing his thing. Not really much happening top. I mean, he's killed I keep wanting to call him Dyrus, but he's singed. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Dyrus. He is not Dyrus. Dyrus is a player, not a champion. But he's killed Singed a couple times, but after those deaths, it really hasn't... Not much has really happened. But Singed has just been farming like crazy. He's currently at 79 CS versus 120, though. So he's definitely behind, and he needs to continue farming like crazy so that he can catch up and hopefully, for his sake, do at least fairly decent later on. There we go. We've got a gank coming in here on Shiphtur. Manages to dodge the death sentence, though. So he's going to get out of that with no problem whatsoever, and that was a complete waste of time for them. Mundo is stealing blue from the looks of it. And successfully stole blue. Wait, no, this is his blue. What am I talking about? He's not stealing blue. He is grabbing blue, however. Puts a ward there, not in the bush. It is not granting vision outside of this area, so it gives vision there. But unfortunately, like I said, he missed... What are you doing, Mouse? Okay. He missed the vision inside the bush, though, but that's okay. Oh, nice kick there from Lee Sin. Mundo's trying his best to get out of this. He's at half health. Vlad is coming in. Mundo flashes over the wall, and hey, look, there's a Kha'Zix. Gets slowed there by the Kha'Zix W. Kha'Zix is still chasing. There's the ward. Flashes over. Mundo's almost dead. Mundo's gonna die. Down goes the Mundo. Lots of watch out pings down bottom, but that doesn't really matter. In comes the Syndra. Punts the Vlad back using that ability, but it's not gonna end up really mattering. She's gonna make it to the tower. So she didn't die, at least. But they weren't planning on doing anything else anyway. So she's just going to be able to go ahead and sit there because there's no minions coming or anything. So really no purpose for her being there at the moment. But we do have a ping down on Dragon, so I wonder who exactly is going to go in on this. If anybody is going to go in on this. Rengar and Thresh are on their way down bottom. They're going to go ahead and take out the ward here because they did have it pinked up. I believe, yeah, Annie saw it when she put the ward there, and she started going in on the pink ward, but it didn't end up mattering too much. Oh, the sweeper totem comes out. Oddly, they don't kill the ward. So the ward's actually going to live there. They sweepered it, but they didn't manage to kill it before the sweeper ran out. So that ward's going to stay there, and it's going to continue granting that vision, even though they thought that they'd done well. But red team's actually up here going in on Baron. And there's really no response at all from the blue team. It's way early, so they didn't ward it or anything. They have no idea that happened. I'd say they probably know right about now, though, as they see it showing up on Annie and Tristan, and they're probably going, oh, crap. But that was a good Baron steal there, or you know, sneaky little Baron there by them. A death sentence comes out from Thresh, misses the Tristana, and she's going to go ahead and clear out these waves really fast there. Syndra's there to do a little bit of damage to her, but it's not going to be enough quite yet. And Syndra's going to go ahead and head back after a bit more farming top. Vlad is just going to go ahead and steal the Wraith over here, because why not? Another tower goes down. Kha'Zix take mid tower down. Syndra's falling back now. Was picked up by the wards, so she's forced to back off manually and then start her B all over again. Because Annie and Tristana both started moving towards her, so she was forced to run away immediately. Alright, so is Lee Sin going to go in on Dragon here? Looks like he is indeed doing just that. He is. There's no wards by the blue team again, so they have no idea this is going on. Thresh, and I'm kind of surprised Thresh is not warded. He's got Sightstone, so I guess he just hasn't placed as many yet. Well, I don't know. Those could be his. I'm not sure. No? I don't know. Anyway, he wards it now, but it's a little too late for that. And he's coming in. Went ahead, they killed that pink ward there, but that did bait them into staying long enough. He was able to get that lantern out there and pull Rengar into the battle, but I believe Tristana punted him away, and they were forced to back off on that. But they're going to go ahead and push up here, and he plants another pink ward in the river, manages to get the kill on the ward there just before it dies, amusingly enough. So he ended up getting gold there. They do know that that pink ward exists, though, so they'll probably try to take that out. Q comes out from Lee Sin, going in on Cinder. She punts him away. In comes the Vlad as well with Ghost. Uses that ult. She flashes out. She's taking a little bit of damage, but she's not going to take too much. There we go. That ulti pops, and it does not end up killing her, unsurprisingly. So that ended up being a Ghost and an ulti from the red team for really no benefit whatsoever. I mean, they forced Cinder back, but it's not really going to be enough under the circumstances. Sin's just back up here, just calmly farming. Oh, in goes the Lee Sin, though, and he was able to go ahead and just finish off that Singe. Sin's just like, oh, I'm going to be fine. No, you're not. Lee Sin landed that Q on you, and you ended up dying. They're just having a bad time. Kha'Zix is actually over here. He's going to jump in on Cinder, amusingly enough. I mean, they knew he was there as Q came out from Mundo and hit him. But I guess she didn't notice because she was continuing to walk forward. He just jumped over, burst her down in about half a second. And she really had nothing she could do to respond to that. And now down bottom, we do see Annie and Tristana finally turning the tables around a bit as Rengar and Thresh are forced to roam. And that gave Annie and Tristana the opportunity to go ahead and get that tower down. Now we've got another fight going on up here. Vlad is forced to pull. Down he goes to Thresh. And pretty big fight going on here. Thresh was forced to flash out. He's not going to end up going down unless these guys can catch him. The Q comes out. It misses. So no, Thresh is not going to go down quite yet to this. And Lee Sin and Kha'Zix are both kind of backing off here. Okay, there we go. They're going to go ahead and go in on the blue buff. Cinder's coming up to contest, as is Mundo, but they've got a lot of damage. Down it goes. It goes to Kha'Zix. And Cinder goes ahead and just puts her ball there and immediately runs away because she could easily die. Looks like Cinder's just wanting to go in on these guys. He is indeed. You gotta watch out though, man. He's gonna go ahead and toss Annie over his shoulder, poison her up a bit. In comes the Rengar. He got stunned there from Annie. He's gonna put his slow down, but unfortunately for him, Rengar was not quite fast enough, so he will not be able to go in on this. And Sim's just going back, but he got interrupted there. Oh. That's the, that's why my screen started moving. That's the surrender vote. So that is a 20-minute surrender for the blue team. I'm not sure they really needed to, but on the other hand, I mean, if we look at the scores here, the CS totals, it's pretty huge. Sorry about that. Didn't realize I'd switched them back again. But yeah, I guess I can pretty much understand them surrendering. Tristana was starting to come back into the game, and she's a massive late game carry. So I can understand them surrender. So I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed seeing Shiphtur, at least what I was able to concentrate on him, because he got quite a few kills this game, actually, with 8-1-1. Not bad at all. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.